Here's a revelation that might shock you. One of hip-hop's most polarizing figures just dropped a bombshell explanation for his controversial political stance that has absolutely nothing to do with what you think. In a stunning new revelation from the recently released documentary, In Whose Name, the artist formerly known as Kanye West, now 48 years old, has finally broken his silence about the real motivations behind his infamous Make America Great Again support. But here's where it gets controversial. His reasoning might completely change how you view celebrity political endorsements forever. The explosive documentary, crafted by director Nico Ballesteros, using an unprecedented 3,000 hours of footage collected across 6 years, captures West in raw, unfiltered moments that reveal a completely different narrative than what the public has been fed. And this is the part most people miss. West claims his red hat wearing had absolutely nothing to do with supporting Trump's actual policies. I'm literally trapped within the confines of modern-day enslavement, being attacked by my own community for daring to liberate my thoughts, West declares in the limited-release film, referring to the intense pressure he faced before his controversial 2018 Saturday Night Live appearance, where he delivered that unforgettable pro-Trump speech. But wait, it gets even more intriguing. West reveals the staggering financial reality behind artistic freedom, explaining how reclaiming his master recordings would cost him a mind-blowing $80 million. He even draws a parallel to music legend Prince, stating that even the purple one couldn't afford that price tag. Then comes the moment that changes everything. West's explanation for donning the MAGA cap will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about celebrity political statements. When I put on that hat, it has absolutely nothing to do with supporting every single one of this man's beliefs, West explains, clearly referring to former President Trump. It's not about the detention facilities, which existed under multiple administrations. It's not about whether a 72-year-old white man genuinely cares about black people. Here's the twist nobody saw coming. This is all about George Orwell's 1984. This is about psychological manipulation. This is about Big Brother's control system. This is about testing whether I can mention Hitler without facing immediate cancellation. Do I forfeit my Adidas partnership simply for uttering that word aloud? This revelation becomes even more significant when you consider West's troubled history with anti-Semitic rhetoric, which ultimately led to him being terminated by his talent representation this past February, following yet another hateful outburst. Flashback to 2019, when West unleashed a social media storm defending his Trump allegiance throughout the presidency. His words were telling. Among the countless reasons I treasure what the Trump hat symbolizes for me personally is that it proves people cannot dictate my choices simply because of my race. But here's where the story takes a dark turn that sparked global outrage. In October 2022, West began posting deeply anti-Semitic content across social platforms, including his infamous threat to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. The backlash was swift and devastating. Temporary bans from X and Instagram, plus the immediate termination of lucrative partnerships with Adidas, Balenciaga, and Gap. And this is the part that will absolutely infuriate you. Just this past February, West doubled down on his hatred, dismissing anti-Semitism as complete nonsense that Jewish people invented, and declaring in a now-deleted post that he's never offering apologies for his venomous statements. The documentary also resurrects West's 2020 WSJ magazine interview, where he painted a vivid picture of his experience. Picture this. I'm a black man sporting a red MAGA hat. Can you even fathom that scenario? It transported me back to my pre-fame days, walking into restaurants where people automatically assumed I was there to steal something. Stay in your lane, yay, don't discuss fashion. Know your place, yay, you're black, so you must be a Democrat. The timeline of West's Trump fascination reads like a political thriller. His public endorsement began in November 2016 during a concert performance, though he later confessed to not actually voting. By April 2018, he was calling Trump my brother, setting the stage for his October White House visit, and that unforgettable Oval Office meeting. The plot thickened in July 2020, when West announced his own presidential campaign, only to concede defeat that November. But here's the million-dollar question that's dividing public opinion. Was West's MAGA support genuinely about challenging thought control and artistic freedom, or was it simply a calculated publicity stunt that spiraled into something much darker? This raises uncomfortable questions about celebrity influence, mental health, and the dangerous intersection of fame and political power. When public figures claim their controversial statements are about freedom of thought, where do we draw the line between legitimate discourse and harmful rhetoric? What's your take on this explosive revelation? Do you believe West's explanation about Orwell and mind control, or do you think this is just another attempt to justify his controversial actions? Should celebrities face different standards when their free thinking ventures into hate speech territory? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Whether you agree or disagree, this conversation needs to happen.